And who's ready to get screwy?
Yeah. Is that what we're doing?
Let's do it. I mean, there's a lot of protocols and things in place at this point, but getting screwy is right at the top of the list for me personally.
Okay.
Which actually is true. I got fucking screwy as shit the other night. I had to go down to whatever. I had to go to the city. I had to go down to Lincoln Park area, and I just had to meet up with some people, whatever, and they're a little bit younger, and they're all fucking smoking wax instead of weed. Nobody smokes regular weed anymore. You know that? Especially younger people, it's just got to be a concentrate. It's got to be a this or that.
Which I don't get.
So
I really don't. But
I mean, it
is what it is.
If your tolerance works up to the point that that's what you need, then you might want to get a hobby. You know, because it's happened to me before where when I was smoking a ton of wax, it's the first few times you fucking lose your mind,
fucked, yeah.
And then eventually you're like, okay, well if I just keep doing this, it'll start to get easier. And then you get to the point eventually where I was taking a big hit of wax every fucking 15, 20 minutes through the entire day. And then you're not freaking out anymore, but you are so ridiculously just incapacitated stoned.
Yeah.
It's the crack of weed. You just never, and then you don't want to leave because you can't bring your dab rig with you. You know what I mean? And life just becomes weird. So then you get the portable one, a little fucking nectar collector or something they call it. And it's like a little metal rod. That's held by a silicone thing, and then you stick that in the wax after you heat it up, and so that's how you can do it on the fly now. Anyways, I fucking swore off the shit. Now I'm at this place in Lincoln Park, whatever, and I'm like, the guy's like, hey, you want to try a hit of this wax? I'm like, yeah, no. I guess so. Okay. So I'm like, just give me a little one. I see what he has on the thing, and I know it's too much. I'm like, this is... But at this point, I'm just like, fine, whatever. It's just weed. Again, knowing. Yeah, but I'm
it's not just weed.
It's not, but I'm telling myself that. I'm like, fine, you know what? So take the fucking big-ass wax hit. 90 seconds later, I was like, well, it's a shame I can't be staying. It was nice to see you all, and I have to go now.
Very nice meeting all of you strangers that I'm now terrified of.
Yeah, dude. And,
for no reason.
And I didn't really know anyone that well. So I'm like, you're in the worst position. And I'm like, I immediately just saw the
the veil of fucking...
And I'm like, okay, dude, I gotta go. They're like, you just got here. I'm like, yes, I forgot I left a candle in my car. I have to go. And so I'm like, dude, I gotta get... And now starts the fucking race. I'm like, I know that this is going to get worse for a long time before it gets better. It's going to unfold into different dimensions, and all kinds of scary shit's going to be going on. Because this is the thing. I smoke weed all the time and have since I was a kid. But I still have the capability to get that fucking paranoid way too stoned. So I'm like,
oh yeah.
I get to the car. I'm like, now I got to fucking go on 9094 for our international audience. It's a very chaotic fucking through the city highway with exits on the left and all kinds of crazy shit going on.
Yeah. I love the 9094 though. But go on.
Fucking terrifying.
It is. So, it's a fucking it's
so I'm like, now I have to get. I'm like, I can't. Road. I'm way too fucked up at this point to start thinking about alternate routes and stuff. I'm like, I'm just gonna do what the GPS says. I can't even adjust the options in there. I'm like, dude, whatever. So now I can't. I'm flipping the fuck out, having a full-blown panic attack. Meanwhile, telling myself, don't do this. Don't have the panic attack.
You're fine.
Just fucking wait. I'm just fine. I'm gripping, fucking shaking, I can't fucking see. I can't make the car go more than 50 miles an hour to save my life, dude. People are losing their fucking minds, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I don't like this either. I'm sorry. And dude, I can't even I'm trying. I'm like, you're supposed to be going faster, and I can't fucking make myself do it because it's nuts. This is crazy, dude. We're all going to. What is everyone doing? What did the fuck? And so I eventually I get to the point where okay, now I'm starting, and I'm having multi-level panic attacks. You know what one of the first one was? I started thinking it was actually last week after we had done the show.
Vinny left from here to go to the city.
Yeah.
He left the studio and went straight to the city.
So I'm
like a freak.
Now the panic attacks are unfolding into different things, and I'm starting to think, what the fuck was I doing a couple hours ago? I was just there's a camera pointed at me. There's lights. Me and my fucking friend are just sitting there saying terrible things about people every week for hours. And I started to have this like total fucking breakdown of like, I want to erase everything that we've ever done. I can't believe we ever tried to do this. Like, this is the like, it seemed like the most obviously fucking dumb thing to ever do. Ever is like just go online and talk to whoever the fuck will listen to you about whatever and just say terrible things and like whatever. So I'm starting to think.
Yet here we are.
I was almost. I know. Well, because now I'm just smoking regular weed. But but no. So like literally, the idea of doing this show seemed like the craziest fucking thing I've ever thought of. And then I started to think about why does anyone watch anyone do anything? And I'm starting to break it down. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. What do you need to talk to anyone for? I'm like, what the fuck? Everyone's talking all the time, just talking and listening, and then it's fucking, you know what I mean? And
so this is called dabs,
right? Yeah. And so I was convinced at that point that I would never do this again. I almost called you and was like, dude, can you just close down the Facebook page and just like, I'm embarrassed. I don't know what to do, and
I'm terrified. I'm embarrassed.
So now it gets to the point where I'm like, okay, but like just try to get this car back to the suburbs, you know, and so I end up like with this like triple vision. I don't know what was going on, dude. I think I was starting to have a stroke or something, and like my fucking vision just goes like triple and starts shaking around, and I was like, well, that's really not manageable. And so I start just like coasting across like 4 lanes. I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I'm just gonna aim at that kind of shaky light that I think is an exit, and I'm literally like probably driving like this, like trying to see and stuff, and I pull off. I had to sit there for like a half an hour till I saw a cop and got fucking terrified of that, and then took off. And eventually, you know, you make it home. But dude, I don't think I may never smoke wax again. I don't think it's
there's no reason. So after I had talked to you about that, so this is an odd thing because I had posted that because it got me thinking about that, and I just put, who even dabs anymore? Like, I've dabbed many a time, but like, why though? How stoned does anyone need to be? And I got a bunch of people commenting, and one of them was this, and I won't say who it was, because if you're on my, she goes, every day with a silicone straw, not a rig, and it's the reason I do get up and accomplish everything I want to. Guess I'm just retarded-er.
Yeah, I'd say so. But no, it is, dude. It's like, go get as high as you want, and if that's what you want, dude, I just don't think it's for me anymore. Like, you know.
Yeah, I don't need to be that high. Hello, Mike. Hello, JT. What's up, Tony?